know what's so funny too is the first time I saw 100% was on the channel. I trained here.
You can tell that right now. Here, ready?
TeachMeGrappling. Sorry, I wanted
Whoa! That was awesome. All right, guys, welcome back. We've got Gustavo Torres here today. Gustavo, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I've known you a little bit of time, but you used to train here, and tell us.
So I first heard about this place from your YouTube channel. When I lived in Hawaii, I started training using this as a resource because I didn't have a lot of places because I was in the military, so we had to go a lot of, here and there. So when I moved here and I looked for gyms, I was like, damn, this is like the YouTube gym, I think. And I showed up, and sure enough, the instruction was just as good as online. And here's where I developed 100% really. It was like
100%.
100%, and also like the options from it, you know what I mean? Nice. And one of the videos that the reason why we're here, the video that went viral or whatever, was from the adjustments that I had made to my game that you made. So I wanted to come in here and talk about it.
He was in a tournament, and the guy you were kind of just sitting there in your stance.
Yeah.
And
Tired.
Yeah, tired.
Yeah.
And then the guy decided to shoot like a double leg. He fell right in your trap. Mm-hmm. So maybe let's reenact.
Yeah. Okay. So it started off with a lot of fake shots, right? So I was in my wrestling stance with a little bit of a lower head, right? Offering the snap down or the takedown, whichever one he wanted. And he opted for the takedown after a bunch of multiple fake shots. So here, my first concern was not getting knocked down. So I got my hips back and inserted my hook in, knowing that I could pull this one up and kind of sag to my right side. And when we fell, I just threw my leg over, trying to go to mount, but I ended up catching this leg along with this arm. So really what I wanted to do here was, normally what I did before was go to the power half and then turn them or bring them over for the twisted. But after you and I spoke that one time, we reviewed footage from the tournament, you were like, dude, just get on top. So obviously from here, I was like, let me threaten this choke to try to make something happen. And then from here was when I decided to go to mount, but he also turned to try to get his hand out, I think. And that's what gave me the choke.
And then go ahead, and then you were here.
So from here, he came to roll all the way over.
Yeah.
He rolled all the way over and then gave me this really deep hook and this kind of shallow one. And then from here, I was able to finish it.
Nice. And he looked like he was tapping. He was like, let go, at the end. So that was sweet. We talked a little bit before filming this, kind of going over some of the things that, like, what could that guy do better? I literally just did a countering 100% video last night. You guys check that out. That was the last video. But there's also the spin through counter, which I think we've done before, that a guy could use when you get caught. If I come in here and you feel that, like, he's got you. He's got not just an underhook, but your head's stuck. And then Gustavo kind of like sits and takes me through. When you guys get caught here, these are the dangers. Mount is horrible, like really bad. Half guard, bad. Like, now you're caught. The best thing I can hope for at this point, like when the guy's here, is if I can get my arm through, I can at least not tap to the neck crank, and I can reach up and grab and, get my body like this, but I'm still dealing with the back of the truck. Right. He might end up, catching the leg, you might have the arm twister, and so it's still an issue, but I could fight this position. I might be okay right here, I might be. But if you guys can keep this out, let's say the leg doesn't get in, and I have remember that double leg, I just back bridge. And now when the guy tries to come on top, see how my hand under here, never put it between. If you put it between, you're here, or you know what? Crucifix, good option. Look at the crucifix position. So you see how that's why I love this move so much. It's got all these different like avenues where you guys can go. So don't take this hand, never put it between the guy's legs. Put it here, you have your double leg, but he pulled my arm, so I kind of back bridge to keep pressure on him. I don't want him to get on top. If he gets on top, like, I'm in trouble. So I just try to get on top a little bit. I just kind of go here. Then the real simple solution is to release and then make a rotation. as I rotate, I'm here, I gather the head, I attempt a darce every time. Now Gustavo's got great darce defense, I can feel it already. But at least at bare minimum, you don't get put on the bottom, and then you can maybe have a good front headlock, go to his back. It's just a spin through counter. So that's solid. Anything else you want to talk about?
I kind of wanted to go over like the setup for it, right? Like, what was that the appropriate? I know it changes.
You were talking about the takedown.
Yeah. So like I stood. I didn't stand tall. I just didn't react to the shots. Everybody was saying like, "Oh, snap down city." But the price of admission to this move is a good guillotine defense, I think, because my setup was really inviting that. Is there a way to do it? Because that's my go-to move.
Yeah,
what
it's
would
your
be
go-to.
the most reliable way to enter that?
Well, as a coach, I really don't want to advocate for. I love being deceptive and letting someone fall into a trap, but at the same time, I don't want you guys laying traps that are completely obvious. Like any trap, right?
Right.
You don't want it to be completely obvious, otherwise the bait is not going to work. So you want it to be deceptive. If we go back to our feet with the stance, if I wanted to 100% you, and I, if I stood up straight, if you were able to shoot in a good posture, I won't be able to get it.
Right.
See, I can't get it. So what's really important is I need to get your head down, and that's one thing that on that video, as we watch the match, we'll make sure we include it on this video. You'll notice the guy's head ends up, part of it's you, and part of it's his lack of good positioning.
Yeah, I kind of screwed him.
Yeah, you did a good job. You did a great job right there. Boom, getting it in there. So one way I can get my opponent to lower his head is by staying in a good stance, as you mentioned before, down blocking, things like this. If I'm in good position and the guy decides to go, I need to be able to break your posture. So it starts with a good position like here. So you notice, freeze frame that. You see your back angle, your head, our chest. If you knee slid and you went up here, you're in a much better position. So really what I want to do is, I don't want to bait a guy like let him in, because if you let him in too much, he's going to blast. Boom! And I'm getting taken down. I'm not going to have time. So really I need to stay in good position. As the guy comes in, okay, I need to kind of hit this angle right here. If I gave you this angle, that would be, even if I could get it, even if I got look at that, I can't really use it. Yeah. You're going to overpower me.
Submit people in there, right?
Yeah, if you keep coming around right there, that bothers my arm. I end up probably having to take it out. It is possible to get a guillotine, but this is the angle I want. If your head's going there, I want to hit you here, slide it in.
Yeah, okay.
And then now again, I'd like to go 200, and that way I can go right over. And now we're going to counter the spin through. Remember, go ahead and hit that spin through. Boom. Right there, right in the darce. But if we can go here, this move is trademarked. You guys, trademarked. I can then walk my hips away and then come up and we get on top, take the back, all kinds of stuff. But you kind of, I guess what I could add is that turning the hips. Turning
how
the
would
hips.
you make it better?
Yeah, so don't let a guy be head on. So if you're straight in, even if I got your head down like this, do you feel like you're pretty strong right here? Yeah. Does always feel that?
Yeah.
So I don't really want to do this. And then what would be the other problem with doing this? If I sit down right now, you're going to go to that counter that we just talked about. And then now, boom, you're through. So how do I want to be? I want to be much more like here and there. See that? I want to create that angle.
Okay.
You want to do it one time.
Yeah, so perpendicular.
See, I'm learning right now too. I don't even know what I do. So
Here?
I'm here, yes. See that angle? And then go ahead and rear naked choke that grip. Yeah, now look. Now you can sit as I'm turning. And then I can't spin through. And you can back take. You can come up on top. See, even if I try to fight that leg, you can move away. Exactly. Work your way back up. So.
Yeah.
All right, are you learning? I'm
Yeah,
learning.
yeah, hell yeah.
Even me as a coach, like every night this happens, by the way. Sometimes I wish the camera was on all the time. Like Teach Me Grappling live. Maybe someday. Because all the time I'm teaching moves and I don't have a plan. Everybody's like, oh, you know this, that, you could just teach. I'm like, no. I get in these positions, I get questions. We feel jiu-jitsu, we feel wrestling, we feel mixed martial arts, and then we work our way through it. And sometimes I get things wrong. Sometimes I could improve. Let's not say wrong, but I could have done it better. I feel that way about a couple videos ago. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have showed a little more.
Yeah, and that was gonna be my question too, is like, how much of it was the result of him not knowing what he was doing, and how much of it was?
I mean, shoot, you did it. I mean, like, you got the guy. So that's great. But obviously, if that guy knew a little bit more about how to defend, he probably could have defended it.
But every move has a defense, right?
Every move has defense, and if you react soon enough, you should defend a move. If you react soon enough, but the problem is that people have high levels of certain aspects of the movement. It could be a strength factor. Like no matter what you know, you're not gonna beat that guy because the guy's just got too much power to the move. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be those situations. Flexibility, speed. There's a speed factor. Sometimes, like in the game of like boxing, if a guy's got speed that is just that much further above all the opponents, speed wins. You literally win with speed. It doesn't mean that, I'm not trying to say his technique's horrible, but dude, he may not have the best punch in the world, but if he's the fastest puncher and nobody can see it.
Would you say that's the value in drilling, is being able to deliver that speed with all the continuity in the moves?
That's everything. Like, but there's everything in that. Like, speed gets developed through the drilling. Strength gets developed through the drilling. Yeah. People, strength is done in the weight room.
There's a big,
I'm like, no.
Drilling is the waste of time right now.
And then, oh my God, now we're going full circle. Like all these different ideas, but it all just, people want the perfect recipe.
Yeah.
They want they're like, dude, is it ecological approach?
It's like weight loss, no?
Is it, yeah, dude. And I'm like, dude, if you just get in the zone and you do some of that, yeah, you like lower my carbs, eat more protein, do more cardiovascular exercise. Like, if you just kind of get in the ballpark and you kind of do those things, you're generally going to get results. Yeah. But remember, just like with weight loss, every single human being has slightly different body chemistry. In jiu-jitsu, it's body sizes and types. And so one athlete might work well with me. Another athlete might work well with John Danaher. Another athlete's going to work better with Faraz Ahabi and Silver Fox with Pravik. The next, whatever it is, they're gonna do better with another coach. And if I got the best, what's that guy I really like? Ben Eddy from 10th Planet.
Yeah.
Dude, he's made for 10th Planet.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure I could make him a good grappler if I had him. But dude, he needs to be at 10th Planet.
Right,
like learning Eddie Bravo's stuff.
More his style.
And all of that. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, it's fit him. And so to each its own. But amazing subject, and it's never ending. I could talk about it all day, and
I think there's not enough of that happening too, which is why I liked your channel when I first found it, was because there's a lot of we call them professors, they're academies, but there's really no academic, scholarly approach to this. Nobody's sitting down in front of a group of people discussing these topics, these principles, these concepts. Are just being lost in like this, you grab here and do it like this. You know what I mean?
Right. Everybody's publishing their own articles, and there's no like board or collection of so-called experts that peer review everything and then say, hey, this worked. The peer review is really the competition.
Right. Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. So anyway, awesome. Gustavo, thank you so much. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. All right. I'll see you guys next time with more great stuff. Lay low.
Slow, coach. How you feel? Feel good?
Oh, there you go. What the hell?
Chin down, try to fight that arm. Chin down, try to face it.
Oh,
That's yours.
That's yours. Yep.
Chin down, try to fight the arms. Squeeze.
Just hold it.
Hold.
Commit. That's gonna be the end of the match if you commit.
Squeeze. Squeeze.
There you go.
Tap.